Hey everybody, welcome back. I am Missy and this is Missy's Yarniverse and More. How are you today? Well, today, when you are seeing this, is Wednesday. And what does Wednesday mean? That means it's Wipeout Wednesday. And for those of you who are new here, if you do not know what Wipeout Wednesday is, I'll give you a real quick rundown and kind of get you up to speed. So Wednesday Wipeout is the brainchild of Laura over at Mad Mimi's Crochet and Farming. It all started with a comment made to our lovely Sam over at Memphis Makes, of which she had just finished a 2-year-long segment called Tile of the Week Thursday. And if you don't know our lovely Sam, she's in the description box. Go over there and check her out. You will absolutely love her. And check out her Tile of the Week Thursday segment. I believe she has a playlist for that. And she's got a whole lot of content. And I know you will love her. But anyhow, back to the task at hand. So Laura, and if you don't know her, you're going to love her. In the description box as well. Check her out. She has a lot of content, and I know you will absolutely love following along with Laura. She had showed this to Sam and said, since you just finished your 2-year-long Tile of the Week Thursday, how about doing a Year of Dishcloths? 1 dishcloth a week for an entire year. Yes, 52 dishcloths. Of which Sam said, no, but she didn't use those exact words. She said, Well, there was some conversations had. There was a couple lovely yarny friends, one of which double dog dared Laura to do it, and another one triple dog dared Laura to do it. And we know, like most of us, Laura can't back away from a double dog dare or a triple dog dare. So, hence, Tile of the Week, A Year of Dishcloths was born, and she's hosting it on Wednesdays. And so I think there was some suggestions on names for the segment, and Laura narrowed it down to Wednesday Wipeout, because if you're using them for dishcloths, you're still wiping dirt out, wiping dishes clean. If you are using them for washcloths, you are still wiping your body clean. So Wednesday Wipeout it was. So anyways, we started this back in the fall, and it's broke down into the 4 seasons. Each season is a chapter. We started with the winter back in the fall so that we could finish these by the holidays. And that way, if people were going to gift them for the holidays, then they would be ready and they could do that. Once we finished winter, I believe the last winter, we finished all that up on Christmas Day. We moved on to spring. And so how Laura's doing it is whatever chapter we're on, like we've been doing spring, she writes down the names of all the different washcloths, dishcloths, however you want to put them, and puts them in a baggie. She's randomly drawing a new one each week. Oh, excuse me. And each week when she draws that random dishcloth, that is the one we do for that week. Now, when we're finished, we can choose to send her a picture of our finished make, and Laura will add them into a photo montage at the end of her Wednesday videos when she tells us what new one we're going to make. And there's been a bunch of us that are doing that as well. So, with spring, we actually, last week, she drew out, let me find it. I thought I had it tagged. No, I did not. Of course I didn't. You know, that would have been too easy. Oh, yes, I did. There's the bookmarks right there. So last week, Laura drew out, and it was kind of obvious what it was going to be, even though we're doing this at random, because it was the last dishcloth for our spring category. So yeah, there was kind of no choice. The surprise was not there, but we got to do this one for the past week, the Peach Delight, and that completes our spring section. So, what colors did I use for my spring delight? And Missy remembered a bag this time. I've been forgetting it, and yeah, I don't know where my head's been. So for the center of the flower, I was using this Peaches and Cream, and I believe it's Amethyst Purple. I cannot find, I have 2 balls of this, none of which have a wrapper. So I don't know. And then for the flower, I used this Hobby Lobby I Love This Cotton in the color Amethyst as well. This ball is 3.5 ounces or 100 grams, 180 yards or 165 meters, 100% cotton. They suggested US 8 5mm knitting needles or a US I9 5.5 crochet hook, and it's a medium weight number 4. And even though I think these were both called amethyst, you can tell they are 2 different shades. And then I also used, and I've been using, yes, I was feeling the purple again this week, guys. I figured, what the heck? It's the last one for spring. It's floral. So I might as well do another floral one. And I've been working on this one. I think it's Orchid. Yes, Orchid. And it's the Sugars and Cream, medium weight number 4. This cone happens to be 14 ounces or 400 grams, 674 yards or 616 meters. And it's 4 weight. And they suggest a US size 7 or 4.5mm knitting needles or a 5mm crochet hook, which is a US H or 8. So you can tell I've used quite a bit of it because I did do quite a bit of purple this season, and I didn't completely flip through all the summer ones. So I don't remember exactly how many floral ones there are. So I kind of wanted to do another purple floral. So yeah. So this was the color palette right here. And I think it's pretty. There, that one looks better because that one is a little lighter. You've got light, medium, and then the darker right there. So there's those, and I'm going to put them back in my bag. Oh, and we'll set that over here for later. So I would have loved to do it in this what they called peach variegated, but it doesn't give a brand in the book, and I searched high and low everywhere that sold cotton, never found anything that matched that. So I don't know where it came from. So that was the one we were supposed to do, and I'm gonna sit my book over here so I don't knock it off. And this is what mine turned out looking like. So I did the center in that medium purple, and then we had to work out the body of it, which was the lighter purple, trim it in the darker, and then I used that same dark as the trim, the Hobby Lobby, to make the flower around the center. And this one came out kind of small. I was like, okay, but it is what it is. So that was this week's. This is the last one for spring. So for those of you who are new here, I'm going to give you a little quick rundown of all the ones that we did for spring. And I got my little list here so I don't lose track. I think there were 14 in the spring season, so that was 3.5 months of dishcloths. And we've already finished winter, so we are 2 months done out of 4 months of the year. 2 seasons done out of the 4 seasons, but we are more than halfway done because winter and spring had the majority of the dishcloths. So the purple one you just saw was number 30 out of 52 of them. But the first one we started with in spring by random draw was our tulips. So that was the first one we did. And then the second one she drew was the morning glories. And the third one was the forget-me-not. And then the fourth one was the daffodils. I still like that one. That was so pretty. I could see it in other colors, like purple. And then we did the passion flower. And I didn't buy the scrubby center poof ball thing for this. I just crocheted the circle and the round, and then I just loop stitched all the way around it, did loops all the way around. So it does have that scrubby center kind of deal. You can tell it stands up. So that was that one. And then the next one she drew was the Easter Bunny. And on the original, there was supposed to be a bow tie. I did a heart. I used the bow up here, but I did a heart. I think it was a lot cuter with the heart. And then the next one we had to do was the Wild Rose. And that was for dishcloth number 23 since we started. And then the next one drawn was the cornflower. And that was the 24th one we've done. The 25th one was the shamrock. And then the 26th one we did was 13 grannies in a square. And then the 27th was lacy violets. I think this has to be one of my favorites right here. I really, really love this one. And then the 28th dishcloth was the Rose Granny, also in purples. And then the next one she drew, which would have been the week prior to this one, was Grandmother's Flower Garden. And I almost did it in purples, but I was like, no, give yourself a purple break. So I did that one. And then our last one, of course, was the Peach Delight, which I chose to do in purples. Yes, that was 14. And here is spring. That's a wrap for spring, right, guys? All in a nutshell. So by the time you're seeing this, Laura will probably have dropped the Wednesday Wipeout video with the video montage at the end. We are starting the summer now that we have finished spring. So she has written down all of the summer dishcloths that are in that section, and she will randomly draw out which one we are doing for the 31st one. So if you haven't seen Laura's video already, go over there and check it out and see which one we are starting with for summer. I can't believe we are starting summer already. Seems like only yesterday we had just started the book and it was the winter makes. And now we are about to start dishcloth number 31 out of 52. Wow. Yeah, so I was going to say something and I don't remember. I want to send out lots of love and hugs and prayers to Laura and her family for the loss in their family that they just suffered. You are in my heart and in my thoughts, and I wish you safe travels um, for you as well as your family. And yeah, um, I totally feel it. Um, and words just cannot say. Um, yeah, I totally understand. But yeah, so with that, I am going to let you guys go. And that way I can get this uploaded. When you're seeing this, we are expecting storms tonight or Wednesday night. Severe weather like we had last weekend on Sunday. And I guess it's supposed to be kind of rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat all the way up until the weekend. Not excited. I'm going to make sure I have all my stuff done, that I batten down the hatches, try and get as much recording done as I possibly can, just in case, because one never knows. And yeah, so with that, I'm going to let you guys go. I hope you're having a great week, and I hope you have a great rest of your week. And I'm going to leave you with these words. Life is not perfect, so be kind. Try and create something new every day and keep reaching for the stars and your yarn and creating beautiful things. So with that, love you guys. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.